Thing is doing its own thing now.
So, I think there's something important in there.
It's Friday, I can't think of anything.
Right? Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
6:45 on Friday, February 15th, halfway through the first quarter of 2019. So time is flying. It's going to be March before we know it. So this week is to maintain respectful behavior when one is working, driving a company vehicle, or wearing a company logo. You're always representing the company. You know, when you're here, when you're not here, it's a nice little thing to always kind of reflect and also encourage. You know, if you see something out there, just see something, say something. You know, bring it to someone's attention. So safety news, another 7 days without a recordable, and then our days away count has continued to track up. So excellent job out there. You know, the winter conditions been challenging, but again, Ben kind of pointed out today, you know, some ice is out there, so let's take care of it. Let's eliminate the ice out there as much as possible, because that's going to be the one that really kind of hurts these records. So eliminate the ice, put the salt and the sand down. So this week the topic is going to be wellness. We're going to start a little series with wellness. We have an announcement. As you guys all know, you have a piece of paper in your hand, and I'm going to quickly talk about that. But this is right from our corporate manual, the safety manual, and it's a good little refresher to always kind of go back and look at our safety program manual. And regarding the wellness, I'm just going to quickly read this. So ECI is committed to providing its employees with opportunities to improve and or maintain personal health and well-being beyond that which is required to perform work duties. So we believe that focus on prevention and overall well-being will lead to long-term benefits for the company and all its employees, through such as increasing productivity, fewer absences due to illnesses, and then through collaboration with employees, health insurance providers, and other local businesses, which we're going to talk about here, and organizations' wellness initiatives and programs are made available to help and encourage employees to live and maintain a healthy and healthy lifestyle. So that's what we're trying to form. And you guys can see, you know, with our efforts with Champlain Medical, that's still going to continue, but we're excited to bring you now PT360, something that we've been kind of on the back burner for a while, and now we're finally starting to bring it to the forefront. So PT360 will be here next week. You're going to meet them. We're going to be able to kind of see what they're going to bring to us, and I hope that your participation with them will be a good benefit to you guys. So they're going to bring a wellness series. They're very educated. This is what they do. They're going to help us more on the physical therapy, soft tissue, the aches and pains and things like that, how to be able to prevention and work through stretching and lifestyle changes to make you guys more limber, feeling better, and all that good stuff. We're going to do an in-block series like we do with Champlain Medical in our wellness room. We'll have announcements. Feel free to sign up, take advantage of those open appointments. We can also send you to their facility, which is on Industrial. Very, very convenient and local. And they're also going to help us with some loss control resources and getting second opinions and things like that, if anything work-related. So you'll see the questionnaire, completely confidential. The reason for the questionnaire is to have them kind of get to know us. That's just this questionnaire. So please fill it out. Leave it on the table for everybody that's remote. Please come to Health and Safety and fill this document out, because this is going to give them good data on us, and they'll be able to kind of figure out what areas emphasis they're going to provide to us on our wellness series, and then also in our in-block series. So please take the time and fill that out. Is there any questions? No? Okay, we'll pass it over to Joe Appleton. He's got a quick thing on foundation.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, just very quick. Things are going very, very well for us as a company right now with Foundation. Things, I know this past Monday, I didn't get a single phone call on anyone missing anything, which is very good. So hopefully you guys, hopefully it's working out well for you, and hopefully you realize the benefit that it's already bringing to the company just 2-3 weeks into it. We made a few improvements on some tasks and time card entries related to snow removal jobs, the 18-19 snow job, and then also related to emergency jobs. So I've got a quick tutorial. I'll give it out on the way out, and I'll also be emailing it out to all the users today. It basically, we introduced a couple new earn codes, which can be used to better automate the system and make sure you guys are getting the overtime for emergency work and snow removal work that you're owed. And so that will eliminate errors on the back end and then give you guys more comfort in knowing when you're submitting your time, you're plowing on Sunday, if you're showing up for an emergency job in the middle of the night, then no questions asked, it's automated and you'll get the time that you deserve. So if there's any questions, come see me, come see Matt, Justin, Ben, but then we'll hand out these tutorials. We're going to email them out later. And then I'll also, in the email, I'm going to show you where you can go and access all these tutorials in Foundation going forward. So you always have it in your pocket if you ever need to reference it. All right. Any major questions that anyone has or comments? Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Ben, you want to do the announcements?
Thanks, Joe. All right. So on the wellness thing, I think that if you can, just take advantage of all this stuff, because we're trying to give you guys the opportunity to take better care of yourselves if you can. You guys are important to the company, because without you guys out there doing the work, the company doesn't exist. It takes the people that do the work. We got to help you guys take care of yourselves, just like we want to take care of our equipment out there. Our biggest resource is our people. You know, if one of you guys gets hurt or sick and can't do your job, it's hard to replace you guys. It's easier to go and get a loader and order an excavator if something happens to that than it is to try to replace such a complicated and good resource that we have here in our culture and the people that have been here and are a big part of this company. So the wellness with the PT is another service that's going to happen. It's not going to cost you. They're going to try to be here at least once a month, and I think people will be able to sign up and work with them. You'll get to know them. They're really nice people. We met them yesterday or 2 days ago, and so try to take advantage of it. It's important. Mm-hmm. We also will be continuing with the medical visits, so further information will come to that. Mm-hmm. So Monday is a holiday. I didn't realize it till yesterday. So Monday is a holiday, and I guess it's the first holiday we've had since we've got Foundation. So there is a way that we're gonna have to put our time in for Monday, Joe. So I don't know if that's it's an earn code.
Yep.
Yeah.
Select. It all goes to job number 14.
Yep.
And then there's the earn code for holiday. You just put your 8 hours in there and submit it for every single person. So I'll send out a message.
You send us something out? Yeah.
Again today.
Yep.
Any questions? Give us a call.
Okay.
I think that's in the older packet
It
too.
is in the original packet
Yep.
that you would have had.
So that'll be a new thing. We'll see how that works up on the other end. So job 14 holiday. I got my note. So President's Day, we're going to be closed unless, of course, there's an emergency. Safety meeting, 6:45. Okay, look at this. I think we got 2 today. Kane Matthew Siganowitz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Born on January 18th, 255. And we have another one too, right? Yeah. Young Pratt. Just born on February 2nd. Wow. Congratulations, Chico. If you're here. You here? Congratulations, Dad. I can see that he's already starting to get that look. He's going to start giving you a little bit of education about who the real boss is, probably, right? We also do have a new employee that I don't think got on here. David Johnson. David, are you here? David Johnston is a new foreman here. He's been in the business of carpentry and buildings, things like that. He worked with us a little bit up there on the St. Albans job that we're going to feature in a minute. He's got a lot of different experience, and I think that it's nice that we have someone on board that has a little bit different experience than we have. We've taken on a lot of these buildings and projects where we've been frustrated because a lot of times the subcontractors don't share the same, they don't share the same culture that we have. You know, it's hard to keep them there at the right times, and they don't have the same code of conduct that we have often about getting things done and the whole list. So to have somebody that we have selected that I'm in have a good feeling about the fact that he meets all the criteria of our code of conduct, and I think that this is hopefully going to be the last place that he has to go looking for a job, because I want him to be here a long time, just like the rest of you guys. So welcome, Dave. If you guys want to meet him afterwards, he's here. So the next thing we have here,
Ben McKinney was going to.
Yep, Ben, fuel consumption, and then
We already took care of that.
we took care of the wellness. So I already did take care of that.
Yep.
And then Joey can do the featured project of the week.
Gonna pull up that PDF.
Yeah, sure. Morning. Hey, so late fall, we rolled out some goals for fuel conservation. Our goal was to decrease fuel consumption by 10%. And our plan was to try to do that by reducing idling, by using more fuel efficient vehicles when we can, and by reducing unnecessary trips. And so far, we only have 2 months of data. Every time you guys swipe that Voyager car, we log data. We can see miles per gallon for each truck, number of miles driven, and all that. And so it's just 2 months, and it's been a busy winter. So it's I think production and gross revenue is up, and so fuel use should be up from last year. It's not up a lot. That's a good sign. My gut feeling, just being on jobs and around the yard, is that 75 to 80% of people are making a conscious effort to reduce idling, and that's showing. Just wanted to give some honorable mentions here for half tons. We got Matt tipping the scales at 15.8 mpg. It's pretty good. For 3/4 ton and 1 ton diesels, Ryan managed to average over several consecutive fuel ups 14.4. Probably a lot of those trips to Mass and back, highway miles. Larry in the gas 3/4 tons was able to maintain an average of up into the 12s. For big trucks, Jeff in the newer Freightliner was able to average 6.3 mpg over several months, which is pretty impressive. We have a lot of 3/4 tons that aren't averaging 6.3, which is not impressive. And with cars, Joe Severy way ahead with the Prius at 35. Obviously, the machine has a lot to do with this, right? Jeff's truck is a fuel efficient truck, and that's part of it. But there's a behavioral element too, and that's what you guys can do something about. Same thing with the Prius. If you've got an F550 with a V10, you will not do well, and that is what it is. But you can do better than you were doing, and that's what we want. So again, we're looking to keep idling under 5 minutes, unless there's circumstances where you need to idle more for a diesel, and under 3 for a gas. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Ben. Joe, do you want to talk about Valco St. Albans?
Yeah, so we've been contracted with Velco to work on the St. Albans substation. We've been there most of the season. Part of the package had all the underground work, new foundations, all the new grounding, yard stone, and cable trenches. But then also was a brand new control building, and so this control building has been something we've been working on from the midsummer through now, just finishing some things up. But the building consists of full height, cast in place, reinforced concrete walls, including the gable ends. So it was quite the sight when it was just concrete walls sticking up in the air. We cast all those ourselves, and then we hired multiple local subcontractors and a bunch of specialty vendors to provide all the materials for the building itself. It's about 28 by 32 feet. It's got steel roof trusses, which we hired a subcontractor to do, and then you can see all the equipment and everything inside. It's got a raised computer floor in it. And then it's got its own HVAC systems as well. So it's a pretty complicated building for how small it is and all the stuff that's in it. But it's been good. So we're just finishing up some of the work now. Dave's leading the effort, just trimming out the rest of the outside of the building, and then it is a nice looking facility.
So then, for photo from the archives. Can't really say too much. Ben, do you know?
Colby.
GMP 19 cofferdam? 8 unknown, but yeah, Colby. Yeah. Do you have a location? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Yep.
Yep.
Well, that concludes our meeting for today. Lots to think about. Again, take advantage of the wellness. Please fill those out and leave them right here on this table or get them back to us later. Let's have a safe day out there.
Ken Howard.